Welcome to 517 Wellness. I want to give you a little bit of a background on this part of the ministry. So about 18 years ago, I experienced a traumatic brain injury, which left me with quite a few residual things that I had to deal with over, the next so many years. One of the things that I struggled with after the traumatic brain injury was memory issues. Prior to that, I had pretty much a photographic memory, which was super awesome. I could kind of study for tests and stuff last minute and still do well. I kind of took that for granted. After the traumatic brain injury, that was not something I could do. I would start to read. I was in graduate school at the time. I would start to read and I would get to the end of a paragraph and I'd forget what the paragraph was about. So it really changed how I had to study, for one, but it also changed, my self-confidence in a lot of ways. I would forget things, things that I was supposed to do, plans that I had made with friends, things like that. And because of that, it made me really kind of self-conscious. It made me really feel unequipped in a lot of ways to do leadership types of things. I was always worried that I would forget big things, forget major things. Over the last really year or two, it has really been brought to my attention that the enemy was using this in order to keep me stifled and keep me shrinking back. So I am no longer shrinking back, and this is part of me not shrinking back. So 517 Wellness is really all about breaking through that bondage and that chain that the enemy had around me, keeping me shrunk down. This part of it, though, is really a key thing. I've had issues with my memory, which means I have a really, really, really hard time memorizing scripture. And the enemy has used that over the years to convince me that because of that, I don't have what it takes. I'm not equipped to adequately preach the gospel in a way that will reach other people and truly make an impact for God's kingdom. So it was recently brought to my attention, though, that is the enemy talking to me, and that God will fully equip me and has fully equipped me. So I'm fighting through that struggle that the enemy had me in for years. So I'm going to bring you along on the journey. I am going to start to work through memorizing scripture, and I am going to be picking a chunk of scripture every week to memorize, and I'm going to post it on here so that you can hopefully join me in memorizing and learning the scriptures on your own, and also in supporting me and trying to do it myself too. So welcome to the journey. This week we're actually going to kick this off, and we're going to start with the scripture that has led to the naming of this ministry. So here we go.